I want to help because back there you can't help. Who has brought more than 3 people? In other words, have you brought 4 people or more? Raise your hand. 4 people or more. Anybody? Going once? Going twice?
3 new people. Yes, new people with you.
New people, yes. New people. Okay.
I got 3 applications.
You got 3 applications. Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, then Lucy only brought 3 people with her today. She gets a smart laundry.
Congratulations. You see, Lindy has this figured out. It's more pleasant to give than receive. Have you noticed? Yeah, she doesn't think small either. It's like, let's give something big. You know. But I'm telling you, we are so, you know, there's a saying that I tell myself and my family and my friends all the time is that we are very blessed and highly favored. We are very blessed and highly favored in so many areas of our lives. We have to stop sometimes and think about that because we sometimes get so busy that we forget how very blessed and highly favored we really are. And why we are very blessed and highly favored. And that's one of the things, and I can say this, one of the things I love about Edmund is that he is not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And that's, to me, that's a man. We should never hide what we believe.
Right.
No. He said to what? Go out and be my witnesses. And Edmund does that so well. Thank you, Edmund, for being so open and inspiring all of us. Yeah. Okay, now, I'm going to bring up, we're going to be talking about jobs versus residential income. Residual. Oh, thank you, Tom. That's why I put Tom in the front row, just in case I mispronounce words. Let me start over. Okay. Our next speaker is going to be talking about jobs and residual income. That's what it is, residual, yes. Residual, it's Alex and Rebecca, and you're going to have about 10 minutes. So we're going to give you 2 extra minutes because there's 2 of you. So you can each take a turn, 5 minutes for you, 5 minutes. And I'm not letting you have any of Rebecca's time. Okay. Yeah, Rebecca wants her part of this deal.
That's smart laundry. I asked my wife, hey, did you iron my shirt? This shirt today, this morning. She said, no, I didn't iron it. I was like, really? And I looked the way it looks. Smart laundry, you don't even have to iron. It looks good, you know. And, you don't have to, it feels good. Even the shirt underneath, everything feels good. Usually I have to take this thing off. Get this thing off. But everything feels good with that smart laundry because you don't have those chemicals and toxins. All right. Let's see where we're at. Rebecca coming? Well, let me just tell my story. She's gonna wait till I finish. She's gonna wait because there's part of some of the slides in the front right here. All right. Okay. How Dream Tree found me. That was Art. He's sitting back there. Right there. There's a picture of him. I took a picture of him in front of I don't know where. He pretty much introduced the water to me when we first met. We're in a little conference room, but it was almost like a closet. And he was gonna show me the water, and I just finished eating at Mitieras restaurant. If anybody's in San Antonio know about that restaurant. After you finish eating that restaurant, your sternum starts to hurt because of all the everything hurts, and you feel weak, and you think it's normal. You think this stuff, the way you feel is normal. You're just like, oh, it's normal. Everybody feels this way. And I didn't even want to go to this meeting, but my brother told me you need to go, and I'll treat you to Mitieras if you go to this meeting. And I was just like, we just got to get it out of the way. And I was like, oh my God, okay, let's go. And I got there, and it was just, okay, is anybody else showing up? It was just me and Art. And a little napkin. He was trying to show me the business part with a little napkin. Like that. I was like, man, this is like, whoa, this is not too good. Well, I was hurting before I got there. I just wanted to be over. He gave me a little Dixie cup. There you saw right there, a little Dixie cup with this water, and that changed my mind because the pain in my sternum just went away within 10 seconds. I just felt, wow, I feel good. That's good. Can I have another? And he just gave me a little bit. He was being tight. He didn't even want to fill up the cup. And I was like, can I get another sip? And he looked at me. All right. told me, after the cup, I said, just give it to me. Just give me the thing. I don't want it. I just bought a $5,000 system for my house, the reverse osmosis and the water softener. It was close to $6,000, to tell you the truth. All this money, and I told my wife, hey, can I get this picture? And there's this picture. What? And it's for the water. It makes the water so awesome. And she said, no, it's just 2 months ago or 3 months ago, you just spent $6,000 on the water. So I already knew back then how important water is. But I told her, no, this is, somebody's been hiding stuff from me. And I thought I knew everything about the water, and I don't. So after I thought about what I just bought, I felt like a poodle, a donkey. After I just spent $6,000 on that system I don't know from what kind, I won't mention the company. But I felt terrible. I felt like, man, all we need is this water. That's all. We didn't need that system. Well, Art said, secret to success is simple. Just find where the world is going and get there first. And that kind of rang in my head. You know what? Get there first. And that's a secret to success. So that stuck in my head, and, after that stuck in my head, I still went back to work. Okay, and he pretty much said, our products work, and he even said what Edmund's, what Edmund said, 75% water. I said, wow, that's right. Why don't you just take care of 75% of the body? He said the plant is 75%. Art was going through this whole thing too. And I was like, man, all that rang true. So I bought the product. I felt good. I felt awesome. I shared it with my friends. There they are right there. They're my neighbors. And I also shared it with my family. My family's right there. Christmas. That was like Christmas after we're drinking the water. Usually we're all arguing about politics, about religion, about all this stuff. But this time we're sitting all together talking about water and about love and about, spiritual and being one together and helping each other out. And that water changed our life. Like Randy said, spiritual, mentally, physically. It just changed everything. It felt good. There's my dog right there. Palermo, we got 2 golden retrievers. They don't, because of the water, they don't stink no more. They used to stink all the time. I have to bathe them like every 2 weeks. They're drinking the water, they don't stink anymore. Their fur is soft. They're jumping on the couches. They're having a good time. They love the water. And also that test, I did the test with the water, tap water, and I think Mr. B mentioned tap water and alkaline water. Even the dogs knew what to drink. I was like, I didn't even know what to drink. Even the mosquitoes and flies knew what to drink. They have other water, they didn't even touch it. Tap water. That's the birds. Take care of every jet. I mentioned the birds and all that. This is before Dream Tree. This is before Dream Tree. I was working on my residential investments. That's me. That's a typical day of my houses. I had rental houses, and I was working, sweating, and I thought that was normal. Everybody's doing it. My friends are doing it. I guess that's normal. Just to get paid. I didn't want to work for anybody. I had a reason why. I didn't like the alarms. I didn't like somebody telling me to go to lunch when they tell me to go. I didn't want to work for anybody. So I pretty much wanted to work for myself. So I got into real estate, but I did everything myself. I did the roof. I did foundation. I did everything to do to the house. And it was hard work. I remember crawling under a house to lift it up and my elbow smashing little mice. I was like disgusted. I was like, man, I guess I have to do this. To survive in the economy now. And I didn't want to be that 99% what they're talking about. I want to be that 1%. The tax write-offs and all those tax write-offs. And so that's who I wanted to be. So this is where my wife comes in. Please welcome Rebecca.
Well, when Alex was saying about the water, the Dream Tree found us. We weren't looking to get into another business. We were very busy with the residential properties that we were managing. We had several rental properties. It provided good cash flow for us. And we used to flip houses for extra income. And when the market went down, I had to go back to work. We couldn't do it alone on just the houses. So I was working as a social worker at a foster care agency. And that's kind of like when the water came in 2009, that's when we started with the business. And I didn't have too much time to look into it, but Alex was just really, really excited. I've never seen him so excited about anything like this before. I mean, there was times where he would come to me and he would say, "Oh, I saw these new golf clubs. We really got to have them," and just impulse. He was wanting things out of impulse. So when he talked to me about the picture, I thought it was another impulse thing. I didn't understand it. Never heard of alkaline water. So 3 months later, he brought up the picture again, and he was just so excited. He's like, "Hey, we come across some extra money. Why don't we buy that picture?" And I was just so surprised. I thought, wow, something about that water really has him excited. And I knew that when we decided to go ahead and purchase the picture, I knew that our lives were going to change. I didn't know how, but I just knew this water was going to be something special. So I kept on working. I was really busy. Alex did all the research in the water. He did lots of different experiments, putting his hand in the water, checking for the chlorine. He was just so excited. And so what I started noticing is our income was going up just by sharing the water. We were drinking the water, and then we were sharing it. My mom had a friend who was very ill. She was sent to go home to make her burial plans. We didn't know about it. She didn't know too much about the water, but we just, out on a limb, just gave it to her. Let's see what happens. And sure enough, in 3 months, her symptoms were reversed. The cancer is not detected anymore. They don't know what happened to her. It's gone. But it's just things like that. We just kept seeing more and more testimonies like that. We kept having meetings in our home, and we just kept sharing it. And it was just that simple. We just kept sharing it, and our income was coming up. And what I was noticing is when we bought our first rental property around 12 years ago, we had to put down $6,000 to $8,000 for that one little house. And we didn't make a profit on that one house until a year later. So with Dreamtree, we put down, at that time the picture was $500. So, and then the prices went down. So it's more affordable for everyone now. But we spent $500. It took us about 2 or 3 weeks to make back that money. And in real estate, we would buy cheap houses and fix them up, and it was a lot of work, as you could see, Alex showed you. We did all the work ourselves. So for that one house, our mortgage that we would pay every month was about, including the interest and stuff, it was about $400 for that one house. For Dreamtree, you also have an investment every month. It's your auto ship. It's the $59.95. Plus, we would spend a little bit more depending if we wanted to advertise or purchase more products than newspapers. We would spend money on the newspapers. They were really effective. And so that one property, if we rented it for $700 and our payments were $400, we would have a profit of about $300. So that was $300 cash flow just on that one property. And in real estate, you have to have volume. If you're going to do it, it's best if you get 10, 12 houses, maybe more, to make it worth it. So what I was noticing is in Dreamtree, after 2 to 3 months, we were already averaging between $150 and $300. And then also in comparison with that same rental property that we still have today, the rent, it goes up a little bit, but with your taxes and insurance, it still balances out to $300 cash flow for that same house. So with Dreamtree, after a year later, just by sharing the water again, just having a weekly meeting in our home, we were averaging about $700 to $1,000 a month. And I was noticing as I was paying the bills and stuff, and I was thinking, wow, with Dreamtree, we've created this residual income that with real estate, it's taken us a long time to build. And with real estate, You've got all of these other issues that you've got to deal with. You've got the tenants, the taxes, the toilets, the maintenance. You've got to be very organized. With Dreamtree, it was just so easy. We didn't even get our hands dirty. I didn't have to clean any toilets. I didn't have to do any painting. There's no employees, no equipment, no license, lots of tax incentives. You make money 5 different ways. But the best thing is what you get back. You know, the more you give, the more you get. The more that you help another person and truly care about their well-being, that gives back to you so much more. More, like Mr. Chen said, more than any money. But chasing the money, that's an illusion. I mean, really exchanging that energy with someone else and watching them get better and then seeing that gratitude and then hearing their testimony. You just never get tired of hearing the testimonies and how we can really impact each other and how we can be united just with this water. It's true what they say, you know, if you follow your heart, the money follows you. And that's what's happened to us in these last 2 years. Everyone we've met was not by accident. Everyone we've met has been hoping, searching, praying, asking for something. And when we put ourselves out there, it's a chance for them to meet us. If you don't put yourself out there, how are they going to meet you? If you don't allow yourself to be used as an instrument where they can find you, you really can't make that connection. And that's what we've noticed. The world has opened up to us in many other ways. We're continuing to be blessed with this. And for me, there's no other business like this. There really isn't.
We got this from, we knew it long ago, but we also, Mr. V mentions it all the time. You know, put your dream up there. So we got this up here to do that world national meeting. We should get a check, or everybody in here should be millionaires. You know, and that should be like a check right there. We got that on my dream board. You know, that's like my dream. I got it up there and I see it every day. Every day. And, you know, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You got to have that why. You know, and if you don't have how, it's not going to happen. You know, unless you have that why.
Thank you. Let's have a nice hand for it. But that's very true. If you own real estate, it's a lot of work. We have rental properties. It's easier to do Dreamtree. Yes. It really is. But not there's anything wrong with real estate investments. I'm not saying that. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility. And it also costs you lots of money. So, anyway, moving right along. Thank you again, Alex and Rebecca. Our next guest speaker here today, and a friend, is going to be talking about the objections of MLM. This is a good one because so many people, when you start talking about network marketing and MLM, and they start booing you because they don't understand what an amazing business this really is. So would you please give a nice hand to Arthur Ford?
Arturo. Thank you for doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And thank you, Houston members. Can't believe there's so many of you here. And I'm really glad to see this. I was always very concerned about building a business here in Houston. And it looks like it's taken off. Congratulations. I know some of you are already, and I know you're hard workers. And I'm scared if I pass up San Antonio, so we have to be careful. Anyways, I really would like to talk a little bit, just a minute about him. When I first met him, his passionate speeches really got me going. I'm a person that loves to be taught new things. And here's a man that comes 15,000 miles from another part of the world that teaches how to drink water. And really, I think in 1980, somewhere around that, I switched over to bottled water because I read something about the harmful effects of chlorine in the water and all that, and other bacteria in the water. And I thought that was it. And I got everybody in my family to drink bottled water. In fact, if you drink bottled water for a week, you won't go back to tap water. If you drink your water for a day, you won't go back to bottled water. And so it's been a real learning experience. And if you listen real closely to Edmund, he's got secrets to a long life. And as we get older, those secrets we want to know about.
Yes.
We want to live as long as we can, but we don't want to live all crippled up and looped up. We want to be able to really live life with the fullest. And not only that, when you retire, your income goes to about 1/5 of what you used to make. So you like to figure out a way to make some extra income. And guess what? Dream Tree has both. It has the opportunity for living a longer life, a healthier life, a happier life, and also the ability to tell 33 of your friends about a wonderful life-saving product, water, and also the commission structure that goes with it. But guess what? Like in everything, it takes education. You know, we all have birth certificates, and on the birth certificate, got your name. Mother and father gave you your name. Got your age. When you were born, rather. You've got the weight. Got your parents on there where you were born. All those wonderful data that you have. And that on the back of the certificate, I don't think anybody, if you read back in the back of the certificate, says, this person here is born an expert MLM marketer. Not going to happen. So, in any kind of business, especially a business that tells you, look, I've got a marketing plan that the minimum is $56,000 per month. That is a very serious business. And it takes a serious effort in order to appreciate that kind of money. You're just not going to walk into a meeting and look at the marketing plan and go tell it to your friends and drink alkaline water and become a millionaire. It doesn't happen that way. You really have to educate yourself, like any other business. You're going to be a carpenter and show up with no carpenter tools and don't know how to cut some wood. Not going to last long. The same thing happens here in this business. If you can't overcome objections, simple things. One time I met this man, because I was trying to recruit him into one of the network marketing businesses I was in. And the first thing he tells me was, you know what? I thought you guys had all been arrested, thrown in jail, and keep it over. Man, how do you overcome stuff like that, you know? He was serious, too. It's a stumbling block. You want to get so far, and then it's over with the conversation. But you know what? After a while, you learn to overcome objections. Dream Tree has a marketing plan and also an educational program for our members how to overcome objections and much more. Compensation plan, how it works, and other information you have to have a successful business. But today we're going to pay attention to objections. So we have a picture up there where it says yes and no. Two people arguing that I heard network marketing had some issues. He says, some say, no way. Don't you know that network marketing, MLM has a reputation of being a big one pyramid? Boy, I hear that all the time. We're gonna explain what that's all about. And some people say it's just a money making. Other people say most not able to succeed. A lot of people drop it out. And this is my favorite. Friends try to avoid you when they see you. Oh, here comes Alex with that water. Or here comes Rebecca with her water. Or here comes Tom with the water. It can happen to anybody. So network marketing, a pyramid. People at the top of the pyramid get paid the most money. That could happen. They could. If a person comes in, really knows how to run the business, work the business, he could make pretty good money, and at the top, as the first come, first served, absolutely you can make money. This could happen, but this is not always true. In network marketing, people in the lower level position can make more money with performance bonuses, like matching bonus and leadership bonus. In actuality, I sponsored Alex, and Alex gets the silver crystal and gold crystal and platinum. And after Barry gets the silver crystal, Alex makes more money, even though I sponsored him. And might even have more people. Alex makes more money. Guess what? In corporate America, executives, on the other hand, make an average of $10 to $15 million per year, and workers average about $24,000 per year. That is a true pyramid. It's never going to change. That $24,000 a year worker is never going to make 10, 15 million. But guess what? In Dream Tree, it can be reversed. The guy at the bottom could be the millionaire, and the guy at the top could be the worker. That's the kind of opportunity we have. Is network marketing a money scheme? I like this one very much. There will always be people that will intentionally try and cheat people that conjure up all sorts of schemes where the real motive is they win and you lose. Always. We're always going to have this kind of people. We even had what the Rudolph Madoff. It was that Ponzi scheme that stole millions of dollars. There's always people trying different things. People make up money schemes, also known as pyramids, where there are no products being sold or bought, only cash changes hands, and only if you make a lot of money. This is totally illegal. There's a lot of programs out there that you can get in the mail. It says send 10 people $10 each, and then they will in turn create another chain letter where it goes and it just keeps going. Well, those things are illegal, and certainly we don't have that kind of a company. We have products, real products, at a real affordable price, and very beneficial to humanity. In American banking and mortgage investment, billions were lost due to mortgage bankers overvaluing mortgages and selling them all as derivatives. Derivatives is they package all a bunch of mortgages together, and they sell some other bank, maybe in Europe somewhere. That's why they go broke. But that happens all the time. What happens to well, they almost caused the world economy bankrupt. In fact, so many banks have a lot of problems with going bankrupt. Even countries are going bankrupt for crying out loud. Some corporations and executives are in prison today for taking millions from investors falsifying their stock value. So we will always have crooks with us in every kind of business. We also have honest people that run honest businesses. Kevin Chung is one of them.
Amen.
So wonderful business, and this is a person that he's available. You need to talk to him about anything, he's available. Network marketing, most do not succeed, too many dropouts. Boy, do I hear that a lot too. There are a lot of people say, well, you know what, I joined a network marketing company, I was in 6 months, I didn't make no money. He said that could be very well true, that they didn't make any money. Because people drop out and are failed all the time at many things. They drop out of school. They fail at jobs, marriages, sports, businesses. You know, if I went to play for the Spurs, I'd fail big time when I'm not tall enough, not young enough. So there's a lot of things you can fail at. How do people become successful? If they learn what they need to know to succeed, it just depends what you really want to do. If you really want to succeed at something, you have to educate yourself. That goes for school, job, marriage, sports, and network marketing. We have to educate ourselves in this business. Just because your friends fail and could not make a go of it does not mean you will fail. You will fail. It's crazy to think that way. It is. Just because the other person failed, or he's your best friend or close friend, or maybe your enemy or whatever, doesn't mean because you fail you're going to fail. With desire to succeed combined with Dream Tree business training program that creates wealth from lifetime residual income, you can and will be successful. And we already have people making money with Dream Tree, and we have people They were told to go home and die and live it. How much money is that worth? Can't pay money for that. He said, my friends try to avoid me when they see me coming. And they see you coming, and I said, oh no, there's another get rich quick you. Work at a height. What happens is if you keep approaching your friends or prospects with a new get-rich scheme every other week, sure they will try to avoid you. Absolutely. Every other week you come up with a new fake plan, a new strategy for getting rich. You scare people. You really do. I had a lady call me yesterday evening. I talked to her 2 years ago. I had her go on a pitcher, drinking the water, she bought it, shower, and it took her 2 years to call me back and tell me, you know what, Arthur, you really selected a winner for the business. By the way, this lady has a big business, she's a millionaire. And she just doesn't need the money and didn't really care about the water. But she's been reading a lot about health, the health part of the alkaline water. And she started to tell everybody that she's been playing with it. So it sometimes it just takes time to develop something. And the other thing, we have an uphill battle because when you mention alkaline water to people, most people do not have any idea what you're talking about. So it's a real challenge to be really well educated to be able to make a good presentation. Avoid starting conversation with how much money they can make, big zero now, or how much money you're making. People don't care how much money you're making. They want to know how much money they're going to make. You know? People don't want to know how good looking you are. They want to know how good looking they're going to be. And you always got to tell them about the benefit. You start out with, another thing you don't start out with is this, how mention your products are right away because you don't even know them and they don't know you, so they can just say, alkaline water, no, I already drink water, thank you very much, bye. Facebook. Or you don't want to mention religion, politics, or sex because that's going to take you totally in another direction. You will never finish that conversation. Because those are conversations that are deep conversations, and